Okay, for context, this little boy, his name's Portislan, and he lives in Anna's mum's village, and we're just treating him for a night because we feel sorry for him, really. I'm not gonna say more than that, but so here it is. Ah, wait. Okay, ice cream.
Donut 7 ชิ้น 100 บาท เครื่องดื่มเหลือแก้วละ 20 บาทนะคะ
What do you want? Anything you want. The waters are higher again today. Ooh. So we're having to take the back route into the farm. For anybody who's getting tired of the floods on my channel over these past few days, you know, I make no apologies for that. This channel is about my life in Thailand, and currently my life is flood based. So until the flood waters recede, this is what you're getting, I'm afraid. You know, there's not much else to it. It's either no video or flood video, because this is where I am, this is where I live, this is what I'm dealing with every day. It's easier to walk without flip-flops. It's less slippy. If you stand in one position for more than a second, you start sinking into it. When I envisioned moving to Thailand, living a simple rural farmer's life, this is not what I initially thought of. We just walked out of there, back on the road now, look, back on the road, best foot forward. Here's the river. Bloody hell, it's high, isn't it? This coconut plant has just completely come out of the ground with the water. My goodness me. So look how high this water is compared to where the house is. Yesterday I sort of joked that the house looked like an island, like it was sat on its own island, and it literally is today. I'm gonna walk upstairs in the house and get a proper view of what's going on here. All right. I mean, the pond is completely overflowed, look, around this side. It's all joined up with the water over here. And the water coming in from this side is all up to the drive as well. But the drive is completely intact, as is the house, obviously. Another day, another adventure. Now, you're probably thinking, why have they built a house there when it floods? But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's not as bad as it looks, this. We always knew from the very beginning, before we purchased this land, that any flooding only reaches a certain height. Even, you know, very bad flooding like we had last year, it only ever reaches a certain level of that water. So when we raised the land for this house to be built on, we raised it 2.5 meters off the ground. That's why the pond is so deep, because that's where we took all the soil from. And we did that because we know that the water doesn't reach that high, even though it looks pretty bad right now. And the water's still coming into the area. We know that the house itself is okay. We always knew that there was a strong possibility of floodwaters reaching a certain level of our land, above our land, should I say. And we've mitigated as much of that risk as we could by raising the land higher than you normally would, perhaps. You know, depending where you are in Thailand or in the world, if you're in a flood-prone region, then you have to raise your land, unless you want to build on stilts, you know. There's the river. It's flowing very fast, but as you can see, it's not burst its banks. And that's an absolute blessing. Our neighbours here just coming to have a chat and just to reassure us that the waters won't get any higher than this. But he's just seen a bunch of bananas that are hanging off and he can't see them go to waste. So he's going to get them now. There are the bananas. I have warned him that there is a 2-meter deep canal that just drops off before he reaches the bananas. But he's still going anyway, so. Way! Well done, D-Mac. That's my best kitchen knife he's got there. Anna, tell him not to lose that knife. Yeah! Yay! Well done, well done. Chim. Ui, cap. One saving grace with this, and I think it's important to find the positive when you're dealing with something like this. I think it's exceptionally important. Yeah, so one positive with this is it will not get higher than this, at this time around at least. The reason I know that is because all this water comes from Nong Balampur in the city, and it flows down this direction towards Non Sang and Khon Kaen, and it takes about a day for the water to travel from Nong Balampur to here. So we can always gauge what this area is going to be like flood wise from looking at exactly what Nong Balampur is like, which is where we still live in the city, on the edge of the city. And in Nong Balampur yesterday the waters were very, very high, and we had flood warnings for a couple of days. Now those floods didn't materialise for our house, but they certainly did for other people's properties. For the other side of the city it was very, very bad. And the waters in Nong Balampur today, they've receded. They've gone down by about 1 metre, which means that by tomorrow the waters here will be gone down 1 metre as well, because like I said, it takes a day for the water to travel this far. If we see much higher levels of water in Nong Balampur later on today or tomorrow or the next couple of days, then we will be worried. But for now, it's okay. the walk back today is not quite as leisurely and serene as it was yesterday. It was quite a stressful experience actually going through that water. Although going back, I know it's not going to get higher than, you know, my nipples. I was worried about all my camera gear in here and...
Not too close to the river.
Never before has a floating house been as appealing as it is today.
Hey, you enjoy yourself?
Just another Thursday in Thailand. Or is it Friday? Don't know. It's not Thursday, it is Friday the 13th. Our farm is flooded, the worst it has been in a year, on Friday the 13th. I should have known.